Hi, my name is Joey, and this is Phoenix, #risingfromtheashes. My vlog about life dealing with anxiety, depression, ADHD, mental illness, and my family too. Anyway, I thank you for clicking on my video today. This is just an introduction. It is not the actual video. I'm kind of like doing a little bit of a disclaimer. This video is and the one that follows it are about a conflict that I had with my partner Angie. And I when I recorded the one that's here, I didn't know if I was going to show it or not. I was kind of just recording it to let off steam, and I thought, well, we'll see what happens. And Angie watched it, and I wasn't going to show it without her permission, but she gave me permission, but she felt like I should put a little disclaimer on it. And she explained it to me like this. She says, when you tell your story, you very, very much leave out other people's points of view. And you seem to tell a lot of stuff, but it's really not the whole picture. Okay, so I could see that's true. So I was like, well, is that I don't know, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I mean, I'm doing this vlog to tell my version of the stories and my version of my feelings or what have you. And, that's what I'm here to do. So is that a good thing or a bad thing to be skewing it in your own direction? I don't know. I mean, I think everybody kind of does that. They tell the story from their point of view. There's three sides to every story. There's one person's side, there's the other person's side, and then there's the truth of the matter. So, whatever. I agreed with her after watching the videos back and resolving the situation. I thought I should put the disclaimer, and that would be that my partner acts not I don't show it, but I'm just, talking about it. But I'm talking about her acting a bit unreasonable in this video. And she felt like I should say to y'all that I really hurt her feelings. I said something really mean during this conflict around the time that scratching was going on. So you'll just have to stay tuned to find out what that's about. But I called her heartless around that point. And apparently, she just really took that to heart. I mean, I said it pretty confidently, you are being heartless. And so she took it really personal and took it to heart. And that kind of set off a series of unfortunate rantings, I would say, and empty threats on her part. Which I find lame and can't deal with. So, anyway, you watch the thing. See what you think. I don't know. Comment at the end. Comment on my life and my relationship. I'm not crazy at all. I don't know even why I'm doing this. But, okay. That's my disclaimer. watch the video. I'm not going to come back at the end. The end's the end. But it does pick up in the next video after we talked things out a little bit. And I threw in some perspective on that. So give it a watch. See what you think. Hi, my name is Joey, and this is Phoenix #RisingFromTheAshes. This is my vlog about life, dealing with mental illness. Just like in advance, this video is going to be like maybe more on the serious side, definitely. My partner doesn't know I'm in here making this video because she's very angry at me right now. And I'm very angry at her. And I don't know if this is actually going to be something I put up online or not. But you can be sure that if I do put it up online, which means you're watching it, everybody has given permission, so to speak, because I'm going to say things, and I wouldn't put those things out in public without letting her watch this first. So sorry, I guess I should give a trigger warning actually at this point, because I'm probably going to use the word narcissist a lot in this video, because that's kind of along the lines of the issue, and I know that's a very triggering thing for a lot of people. There's a huge crackdown on the internet. I think it's propaganda put out by the meme police about narcissism and narcissistic people, narcissistic relationships with narcissistic people, that sort of thing. And it's like a really big deal, so I know it's triggering to a lot of people. That being said, like, Angie is being such a narcissist right now. Oh my God. Okay, sorry, I had to get that out. But seriously, like, what an asshole, man. Like, seriously, what a fuck. Okay, so let me just, like, back up the truck. If you may or may not know, if you've been peeking in at my Instagram, or maybe you found this channel through there, or you watch me on YouTube and whatever, I've been in the process of we're trying to restore an old stereo casket, I don't know, from the 70s, and we're gonna have a fish tank sitting on top of it. Okay, so the reason for this fish tank is the one in our room has 2 female betta fish in it. It has 2 Cory catfish in it, and it has 2 little loaches that we never see. I can't go into all the particulars of this right now, but I might make another video for it. I mean, I was going to make a video about it anyway, and then what happened, but I'm sure I will tell the story. But long story short, these are wonderful betta fish in this tank. And I don't want them to be unhappy. And I want them to have enough room, because they have a very interesting relationship. And they're the only fish I've ever known that want to be petted. You're not really supposed to pet fish. Like, your hands can, contaminate them or their water or whatever. And I always wash my hands before I pet them because, well, their tank is right next to the sink where I wash my hands. But anyway, they swim like under your finger and want to be petted. Okay, so I fell in love with these fucking fish. All right, and for the past probably about 3 weeks or so, we've been trying to get this table set up. We finally have the table set up. We have, it's like, the one that they're in right now is 8 gallons, and the one they're going into is 15. So we have a small school of little tiny tetras in there, and that's to help cycle the tank. Hopefully they'll survive, but we're trying to get the new tank ready to put the fish in. And it's a bit of a process, okay? You can't just like bring the tank home, fill it up, throw the fish in. It doesn't work that way, because then you get like chemical spikes, and ammonia kills fish fast. Like it's awful. And it's just awful to watch. It's just awful. Anyway, so we're doing this nice and slow and trying to be good to the fish. We were both in our bathroom next to the fish tank this afternoon. And one of these betta fish was laying on her side on the bottom of the tank. And I was like, and I got a closer look, and I was like, she's moving, like her gills are moving, but she's dying. I could tell. And I don't know why. What? I mean, like, so I called Angie in, panicking. And she's like, well, she's, I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't know. So she went and got something, poke it with a stick, as people do. Got a long thing to put into the, it was a fish thing, so it's not going to hurt the water, but put it in the tank, and just kind of pushed her a little bit, and she was dead. Like, she died right there as we were standing there talking. And I'm very emotional sometimes. So I burst into tears. Like, I was just in shock. I couldn't believe it. This fish who I've been trying to build this home for, and I like adore the fuck out of her, and she up and fucking dies. There's nothing wrong with the tank. Now, anyway, we had ammonia spikes in that tank, which is part of the story of the fish, and I will tell that maybe hopefully in another video. But it had finally gotten to the point where it was okay. It's clear right now. It's beautiful. It's not, I don't know why she died. She did have, for about a week now, like a little tiny bump around where her gill is. That could have contributed to it, I suppose. But anyway, back to this afternoon. At the time, like, I was just completely, I was so upset about this fish dying. And I could just, sometimes when I look at my partner, like, I can just tell we're not going to get any support. All right. She's sometimes very supportive and very kind and and very nurturing, today was not one of those days. And so I could tell that that was how it was going to go. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm leaving this room. I'm going to go in another room. Throw myself on the bed like a Disney princess and just cry it out, right? Okay, so fine. So I go to do that. And all the while, I can hear my partner coming as I'm leaving the room, like, I don't remember what she was saying, but it was some sort of, I don't know, rudeness or slight mockery or something. It was just something rude about the fact that I was having this reaction for the fucking fish. So I closed that door to that room. She came in anyway. And still not trying to be sportive. Still saying goofy, stupid, unhelpful things. And I still can't deal with this, right? Because I'm like, I'm upset about the goddamn fish. She fucking died right in front of us. So my daughter had been in her room. So she walks. And she's like, what's wrong? So then, what my partner does, instead of like being a parent, at least if you're not going to be nice to your other half, at least, help out the offspring and don't make it worse, for fuck's sake. Huh? No. Okay. So she starts telling the kid that the guinea pig died and we had to flush it down the toilet. My kid's used to goofy answers such as these. So she's like, well, what really happened? What really happened? Because she could see I'm like crying. And her other parents like, not helpful. And so she just starts like saying all these ridiculous things that it's not, in other words, that I'm not upset about. And instead of just saying one of the fish died, your mother's upset. Let's leave her alone for a little. No. Now I gotta tell you, I've been dealing with this kind of BS for a long time. I am myself sometimes this kind of BS. So I know what it feels like from both ends. And I know that my co-parent here in this situation is literally fly. Go away, fly. Literally like gaslighting this situation and just trying to make it worse. Like just trying to make it worse. And like I've dealt with this long enough. Does it happen often? I don't know. It used to happen a hell of a lot more often than it does now. But I still can recognize these stupid shit when it comes up, and I'm like, not having it. And I was not letting the kid have it either. So I pull myself together enough to just be like, look, this is ridiculous, But just before I can get up and sort of try to put, a voice of reason in the situation, I hear the kid scream. So I look over, and Angie's sitting there. The kid's sitting next to her on the floor. She's holding their arm like this. I look down at Angie's leg, and there's 3 big white scratch marks. Okay, so this is what the kid does. Apparently, as she was there, my partner, talking nonsense, our daughter kept scratching. So finally, on the last scratch, Angie just gave her a little scratch on the arm. It couldn't have been hard because it didn't leave any marks. It was like nothing there. But, all this time, the kid had been scratching her 3 times. And, I don't like this behavior, of course. But that is what it is. It's not easy. My partner does not always have an easy time. Fly, seriously. Are you trying to make sweet love to me? Get the fuck out of here! My partner does not always have an easy time regulating anger, regulating emotions, and all this stuff. Our daughter has the same problems. I have the same problems. I started this video talking about narcissism, and the reason I'm talking about it is because I think we're all freaking narcissists, all right? Just to like varying degrees. And it just gives me a lot of pause to be like, what exactly makes somebody that way? And I'm sure if I studied on it, like did more than just read memes, actually like maybe watched a YouTube video. I could watch a YouTube video, really learn about that. But I don't think I need to right at this point. I will soon enough. Because I see these things repeating in the younger of us. And it's just so, it's disheartening, but like at the same time, I feel like maybe a little promising. Because at least I can sort of recognize it for when it happens and try to shut it down. I shut that shit down with her. So she went off into the other room. Starts barking about how she's going to poison the fish and poison the guinea pigs with bleach. My kid's sitting next to me looking at me with like wide eyes. I'm like, and she just went on and on, like, I was like, no. And you know what? I didn't cry. I was crying to begin with, but that was for another matter. I pulled my ass together, and I was like, no, it's just, we're not going to, like, fall victim here of this ridiculous tirade. I'm shutting it down. Of course, she's still trying to keep it going. That was hours ago. We haven't talked. Last time I went in the room, still mad at me. Still saying ridiculous stuff. I mean, I don't care if it was just a fish I was upset about. The point of the matter is, I was upset, like really, really, truly upset, and this is the help that I get. No, I don't. Not having it. So I'm in the hot garage. She's in the cool bedroom, pouting. And I'm not budging on this matter. No, not budging. You know, that's the funny thing, like, my partner's all for being the bigger person, and like earlier today, I was watching a video about a YouTuber profiling another YouTuber family. Long story short, the parents played like a joke on their little child, like our child's age, that they were going to get rid of the family dog, and like they filmed her reaction, crying, whatever. And I told Angie that, you know, and she was just so appalled, like, oh my God, why would anyone do that for any reason? But to me, like, what she did earlier today was no different than, well, it was different. Like, we didn't film that. We weren't filming any of it, but like, it's still kind of like on the same lines. It's still like, it's just immature and reactionary. And it's not a good, the only thing she's reacting to is her own weird ass feelings about the fact that I was upset about the fish dying. Because that's how it all started. Everything was fine until then. Fish dies, boom. Okay, I've been going on long enough. If you've watched, thank you for watching. I'm sure I will touch on this subject more. I have to go show this video to the other guy, the other gal. My partner. She's probably gonna criticize it. Maybe not. Might see the error of her ways. It's happened before. It happens a lot more now than it used to. Complicated. Relationships are complicated. See you next time.